Yeah,
I guess he's got a
typing.
mechanism that blocks out the background.
Typing something. These continued gap ups are annoying, huh?
Yeah, but this is the week.
BAC. Wow, bro,
Oh,
that was our best idea yesterday. Banks, bro.
There he is.
and good
Motherfucking
morning,
banks.
Mr. Lucci. What? That's all day. It's like, wow! Look at that! Wow!
Good morning. Are we live?
We're live.
Wow!
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're live.
Good morning. We are live. Good morning. Good morning. JDV the Chase. Good morning. Lost One. What's going on? Moving Trader. Good morning. Romeo. Good morning.
Juliet.
Still hasn't acknowledged us, Jay. I don't even know if he can hear us or not.
Oh no, now I can hear.
Oh,
Good morning. Good morning. Talki Maliki. Good morning. Vic Kotoyan. Hello. Homebody. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Nico Wall Street. Buenos dias. Holy shit. Another gap up day. What the fuck?
yeah.
Silver says we got another 2 weeks of this shit.
I don't think he's
up every day.
I don't think he's wrong, because if you look at look at the banks. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff to take a look at this morning. Let's get right into it. Let's take a look at all the gap ups here. Take a look at the Bank of America here again. Solid. It makes that last move down non-existent. It's almost like it never happened. If you take a look at BAC here back at 28 and a quarter, I was looking at this thing as absolute death. We were talking about trading it down to $19. That's how it felt. And waboom. It's back, baby.
Waboom.
It's motherfucking back. All right. So if you take a look at every single one of these banks, wow, 316 on that Goldman Sachs. Again, retrace the whole move to the downside here. All right. Now let's take a look at MasterCard and Visa. Same thing. Visa is almost back to the first sell-off from September. Again, showing signs that this whole move down didn't fucking matter, which is even more impressive. If you look at SPY is basically the whole thing, right? It's more or less the whole thing here. And we did it all in about 3 days and a bunch of gap ups here too. All right. Let's take a look at oil here in the morning.
Some rough patches out there, though, if you're paying attention.
Sure. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at oil here. You got a small gap up. Gold here as well. You got a small gap up here too. Actually, it's pretty decent. Almost back to the highs of the recent range on gold. If you take a look at treasuries, good God.
How's that roll up on CVX looking, Lucci?
88 on that shit. CVX is looking okay. Oh, I still have some. Yeah, so I'm looking. I still have some longs here off the open. ENPH, I can't believe I'm still in it, but I got 2,000 shares of this piece of shit. If you take a look at some of the earnings from yesterday, okay, let's take a look at those. All right, so let's take a look at the Apple, and let's take a look at what they actually said here. They said disappointing outlook. Cast a spotlight on its mounting problems in China, with the iPhone makers struggling with the unexpected rise of Huawei. Apple, which is trying to reverse several successive quarters of revenue decline, reported its lowest revenue from the Greater China region. So, they might even buy this all back. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they buy this shit back. Square. Take a look at Square here. Square is a complete reversal of the sentiment here for the last several months. And we've seen a lot of this. We've seen a lot of these gap and go situations where you have a Roku, or you have a Square, or even a PayPal or the PLTR, where they've been trading so poorly, and all of a sudden everything changes here. So Square here reported third quarter results, top Wall Street estimates on both the top and bottom lines. They also raised guidance and issued upbeat guidance here for 2024. So again, complete reversal of fortune. So this is a gap and go candidate, just like the Roku was, and just like the just like the Pins was, just like the freaking Amazon was, and all these names here that are completely reversing. The more and more I take a look at this, and isn't it crazy how the emotions are, right? Like now you're looking at this thing and everybody's talking about all-time highs, right? Now we're looking at this thing and our emotions are like, yo, this is all-time highs. 3 days ago, 4 days ago, it was Nvidia's going to fucking $300. You know what I mean? Market's going to crash, war. It was all of that, and that's how our emotions were. So keep an eye on that. Be aware of it. And let me kick it over here to Wall Street Jesus for some noteworthy activity here. What up, you Herb?
Yeah. Yeah. My little talk here is going to be completely the opposite of the way you just went, the route you just took. I don't think there's anything huge going on here. I think it's a lot of noise. I think there's volatility, like you're saying, crazy swings. But net, I just don't think the market's going anywhere too far. The trade, I think, has been, but let me put a disclaimer, and I think this is the most important part before I even say it, easier said than done. Okay, so remember that. But to try to play off the extremes, okay, when things get bearish and everybody thinks the end of the world's coming and crash and credit events, you try to get long something and play off that, okay? And when things feel a little too bullish, that's when, if you short, you're looking towards the short side. And keep in mind, the short side is always going to be more difficult. Here's the problem, okay, with the long side. You had this setup, right? We spoke about this last week. And just for an example, let me post this so you guys can see it while I talk. We had the setup improve coming into this week as the calendar flips from that bad September, October into November. Okay, we spoke about it. We're all well aware of it. Blah, 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 blah. The problem is, if you want to get long, okay, and I'm not even talking about just rolling the dice long. If you want to take any aggressive approach in getting long, you have to hold through the Fed. You have to hold through a plethora of earnings all over the yard, okay, and everything else that's gone on this week. Now, if you look through the week, right, not everything panned out bullish. Apple disappointed. Who was there? Google disappointed. There was some disappointments, but the more important ones that created the bullish momentum, they went the bull's way, okay? And with everybody feeling bullish, that got sentiment to shift, and you got this ridiculous snapback squeeze. But that's been going on for a while. I think the outlier, as we talked about, was that SIVB event where AI caught fire and the Fed injected liquidity into the system. Aside from that, this market's been doing a lot of this for a long time. And under the hood, if you look at individual names, I mean, like Lucci's talking about a big move in BAC. Pull up a chart, scroll back a bit. It's gone. I mean, it's nowhere. You know what I mean? For it to even have a rally like this and you can't even make it out on the chart tells you how disgusting it looked across the board. So bottom line from here anyway, spilled milk, right? Going forward, I think to Lucci's point, we will need to see these names, the banks, the cyclicals, all the names that look like complete shit and out of favor for a long, long time, need to start seeing interest post-earnings here. If the market's going to make any headway to the upside or any sort of Santa rally, whatever it may be, these names have to start creating higher lows. And I'm just talking for a period of time of outperformance for a couple of months. I'm not even talking about a drastic change into 2024. But that's something to keep an eye on. Again, for me, I'm going to be looking in that area, seeing if there's any sweeper activity, that sort of thing. The earnings kind of got in the way here, has created a problem. But as we get into next week, that should clear up. But kind of to Lucci's point, I just say you have to rein it down, right? You're always going to feel bullish when things are going up. You're always going to feel bearish when things are down for 5 straight days. You have to try to lean to the complete opposite side when you start to sense that. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it to Ron Charo from there.
All right, I'm going to short the shit off this open here, according to Jesus.
Yeah. Send me the bill.
All right, so what do you got, Ron Charo? What are you looking at?
glad I locked in some fucking treasuries at 5.25%. What do you want me to say?
Ooh-wee.
That's where the money's at.
Yo, I got a question. Is Digital Ocean the submarine thing that tanked? The submarine that blew up? Digital Ocean?
The submarine.
The stock you're talking about?
Yeah, Digital Ocean. What is
Oh,
this?
I don't know. I was always wondering what that stock. I thought it was solar at first, and it's some software shit, right?
Okay, so it's not the submarine. It's
No,
not. It's
no,
not the one that.
No, it's some software company.
Okay. All right. Anyways, moving on. What else you got there, Rancho? That's it.
You guys sucked all the air out of the room. I got nothing.
No, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Guys, go ahead and throw us some of the names here that you are watching here for the morning. I was just taking a look at some gappers here for some of the small caps here. This DOCN, which is that Digital Ocean here, is up pretty decent here. Maybe this is the earnings. Maybe this is off the
It
earnings.
is the earnings.
Okay, TNON is another small cap here. I don't think I'm going to trade this. You got this Howl here. A couple of names here to watch. INSG. This is on the downside. I don't think I'd look at any of this. FTNT. Wow. Fortinet.
FTNT, that's the security stock.
Well, take a look at this. Damn.
I know. I saw it. Earnings. That's earnings.
Damn. So, cybersecurity, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
Cybersecurity.
so that was one of the sectors that I was going to say, if you're paying attention, is not having a good day, thanks to FTNT. So go look at CrowdStrike, look at Palo Alto Networks, like all the other usual suspects are bleeding a little bit because of that report from FTNT.
Okay. What are some of the other big ones? What is it? CrowdStrike?
CRWD, Palo Alto
CRWD.
Networks, PANW.
PANW. Okay. All right. Sounds good here. Sounds good. What are you guys watching? Biagio here is saying VIX 15 area watch. TLT back to 929 close for possible signals. Where is that 929 close? Yeah, so we're almost there. Jay here is talking about that CRWD. Yeah, man. A lot of these names here, again, a lot of the same names that were super bullish before, they're just back up into the mix, you know? So if you take a look at the names like Spotify, the CRMs, and all this kind of stuff, they're looking fine here. Roku here trading up to 79. This was after a monumentous move yesterday. I think it was up 18 points just on the day. Even the AMCs and the GMEs here, these things are also
something to keep an eye on is tech underperformance here.
Tech,
right?
Yeah.
So that's been a trend that's kind of sneaking up on people they're not noticing. But tech and the big guys have been underperforming, believe it or not, over the past couple months. So something to keep an eye on, even if we're in bullish mode, whether they lag and some of that money continues to go in the other direction.
Okay. All right. What else you guys got? Great is saying, did you hold those spy calls yesterday? I mean, I hung on to a decent bit. I mean, you guys can see my P&L. I made like 60 or so yesterday. Could it have been a much better day? Obviously. However, it's all good. You got to keep it moving here. So I had I hit the pins, I hit the snap, I hit the SPY, I hit the CVX. Remember, we were talking about trying to get a dip on that CVX. CVX actually is turning down now.
Shop.
I think
played shop.
Played the shop. I played. Oil actually just tanked. Interesting tank on the oil here. Anyways, let's get it together here. Let's see what's up for the market open. I still have my options on the pins and all this kind of other stuff. Watching the ENPH again, I mean, this thing is still a complete piece of shit. Most importantly here, need to watch some numbers. I feel like just taking a freaking short straight off the open here and then kind of going for the gap. But let me pull up those options actually and see what they're trading. So 432 puts. 432 puts are trading 83 cents, which is actually not that expensive at all. Wow. That's impressive. That's how fucking bullish we are. By the way, the Tesla here gapping up about 4 points.
Mm.
What the fuck was that?
Jesus'
That's
text. See that that one there sounds like some CNBC fuckery.
Yeah. I think it's a CNBC alert. There with the.
So I think what I'd like to do is wait for like big rallies here and then short here against it. Nicholas is saying, "Este es el master course para opciones." Yes, the master course is for options. Ron Chera teaches it. Wall Street Jesus teaches it. I teach it as well. So Nicholas or Matthew or Norris or JB, can you make sure you reach out to Nicholas, man? Nicholas, what I want you to do is just book a call and then ask all your questions directly to the guys. All right.
DKNG
All right, guys, so
had
now-
some decent earnings yesterday. Gap up in DKNG.
Yes,
I should've
possible
just-
gap and go there
I should
as
have
well.
put all my fucking money into BKNG 8 years ago and just walked away.
No, D as in dickhead. Oh, excuse me.
Fair enough. I see how it is.
They look like they're rolling up some weeklies there. DKNG 27 to 27 and a half.
They would be smart to roll on a gap up like that.
Yeah. That's back to near the top of the recent range, DKNG.
Yeah, I'm
Anybody
looking at this.
anybody who's long in my long-term position on Amazon or Costco, Amazon, you might consider some rights here. It's compared to everything else, it's moved up, but not as brilliantly as it should have. So I'm looking at some rights against the long-term Amazon. Same thing on the Costco. I think I need the Costco to get through this 560 level. So I'm going to look at writing 560s, and on the Amazon, I'm going to look at writing 140s and see what I get out of it.
Yeah, Kalau is saying, Lucci, have you looked at a firm? I mean, again, all the underbelly tech names here are getting the pop. I mean, of course, man, of course. So, and again, remember the short interest on these names is way higher than everything else. So if you take a look, let's take a look back at Nvidia here popping and looking pretty strong here.
A firm I think had signed a deal with something with Amazon yesterday, right?
Possibly. So far, mega caps here are looking fine. Banks here are looking fine. Take a look at Bank of America, 28.80. 28.80.
Yeah.
28.80. Monster rally in these banks here, guys. Monster. I would imagine Schwab here, 56 on the Schwab. Wow. Incredible. You can see how trap shorts are. I mean, look at this. Well, you don't see Bank of America move like this at all. Melly here back to the highs here. Shopify, remember, we're just kind of hanging out at $60. That's another one. Let's take a look at the pins. Pins here kind of moving back up. Remember, I still have the weeklies here. And actually, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity here to just bury the rest of my pins position here. And let's see, I got 397 here. And let's try to get out for 32 cents. How about that? 32 cents. Let's try to get out.
This thing's so laggy.
All right, trying to get out for 32 cents on the weekly option for 31 call. I'm trying to get out of this. You know what? Fuck it, I'll just take it out of the fucking market, man. 397 market. The spread is insane here. Oh, because it just printed up to 31.30. So what I want to do is roll. If I'm going to do anything, just roll on that pins here. Pins at highs a day. Snapchat here, obviously still moving here. So I still have the Snapchat calls here for next week. I have rolled into next week. All right, that's CVX because of the oil here.
Oil's down, you said, right?
Yeah, it kind of came back.
Oh.
It's we still gotta wait. We still gotta wait and see. King Oliver saying, why are people looking to short right now? And EMA doesn't tell what order flow is telling. I mean, bro, don't worry about everybody else, bro. Everybody else can do what King Oliver, when the market was weak, were you asking the same question? No, motherfucker. You were doing the same thing as everybody else was doing. And we turned out to be wrong. NVIDIA here, 442, still rolling. So you can see text here is still bid.
It's
man.
not as. I mean, I'm watching these pushes up.
Right.
If it's a slow grind higher today, fine. But these are not the kind of follow through on some of these other names that I would be looking at as we just continue chugging higher. Right. This looks like it's losing energy.
Agreed. But you can't be too early on that.
Right.
If anything, you do kind of like a swing scenario here or something.
Yep.
Snap here trading 1065. Pretty strong.
You still in?
Pretty strong. I'm still in it, but I rolled.
Attaboy.
But my roll is not, I guess, taking advantage of this 15 cents. The roll now needs a bigger move.
Well, you got to get through. If you get through 1090, you can start talking about 1130 and then maybe gap fill. So it's got a little ways to go.
Yeah, I think our boy Dimitri got caught yesterday because he was shorting AMD calls like before. You know what I mean? Before we just kind of kept going.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he actually got an out. I don't know if he actually got an out.
What is AMD up big today? AMD? No. AMD's not.
Well,
you know what it's running into? It's running into the anchored volume weighted average price off of the high. It's and a fib.
Airbnb
retrace. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's hitting its head. Second day in a row, it's hitting its head.
Morgan Stanley, some chasing in the banks this morning. Bank of America.
Take a look at the pins. Pins here moving. 31.30 here almost on the pins.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I feel like fucking shorting the piss out of this Bank of America here, but I'm not going to do it.
Silvers, what are you doing? Where are you at? I want to short this too.
Short what?
The tech? Fucking SPY, the Qs.
NVIDIA, nice fade from the highs. That's what I want to do. I'm going to wait for spikes on names that I want to short, and I'll short there and just scalp them. And then, or dip buy stuff. Still continue to dip buy stuff until it doesn't work. Because right now, dip buys is where it's at.
Amazon right working. This week, this time around, if I get 50%, I'm out. Taking that and shutting it down.
Oh, so you got a long swing on that?
On Amazon? I'm long Amazon and Costco. I have been all year.
Got it.
I shouldn't say all year. I'm long Amazon from after the earnings in August. And I've added to that position, and you can see on my chart where the break even is for me down here. So I'm writing against it on these pops because it does not look as strong on the pops as everything else does.
Ben, take a look at your UPST.
Get the shit out of me.
John Smith is saying have some size on SPY puts. Bro, make sure you have time. Make sure you get time on those options, bro.
Yeah,
make sure you get some time on that shit. You know, that's my only advice right there. NVIDIA here, nice dump from the highs. Don't short the hole. Do not short in the fucking hole, people. Do not short the hole.
The market needs donators too, Lucci.
That is not what you want to do.
Look at the Russell today.
I never look at the Russell. Why do I need to look at the Russell today?
We might need to start looking at the Russell. That's the only hope for any bull mode in this market. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere.
I call a guy under a pile of leaves.
Pile of leaves?
That means you're struggling, huh?
Yeah, tech is going to have issues, I think.
except this underbelly stuff. Now it's the
Well, that's
CVNA,
not
the
even
UPST,
that's shit crap.
right?
That goes in the shit
Affirm.
category.
I would bet the AI is probably up today. Yep, AI here is looking okay. And again, these fucking banks, man. These banks. You would think oil too would get some kind of a bid here, but that's not the case. Snapchat 1067. Let's take a look at the Pinterest here. Pinterest here just kind of hanging out, 31 and a quarter. John Smith has 434 puts, 0 DTEs, and he's paying $1.40 here. So that means you need us. You basically need us to retrace the whole fucking the shit, bro. I mean, John Smith. Let me know when your premium goes to 80 cents, and then I'll take a look at it.
First expected move higher on SPY is basically right here. You need a little bit more.
There's your pop here, SPY.
VIX
No
lows of the
surprise.
morning. More new lows in VIX.
This is where
Fresh low.
if SPY struggles here, maybe you get a shot.
Maybe.
Right. Or it just freaking decides we're just going to chug higher.
Jose's talking about these home builders here, and I remember looking at Lennar and like Toll, and they've really been ripping here. Some of the home builders here. Take a look at these stocks. Last 3 days have been amazing. It's almost like all the sentiment changed completely.
Yeah,
Now
the
it's
home
like-
builder. That's
Here's the
ridiculous.
first expected move higher. So does it fade?
I bought a small 10 lot short SPY
That's what I'm
on the
too.
same line that John Smith bought.
What strike is he?
Kashkari, he's on the 34s.
For you doing today's?
Yeah, he's in today's. I'm in today's too. I'm just going for a little scalp here.
Yeah.
I want to get kind of a swing going, but the swing I got to be way smarter. Because let's face it, Dimitri here shorted the hole on the calls and probably got stuck here.
I'm just looking.
And if he got stuck,
I'm just looking for a little scalp here too. If it doesn't work, I'm getting the fuck out of the way.
okay, EMPH, you got to move higher here. Remember, I'm still long the 2,000 shares. I still have CVX, which I'm not making anything on. That actually sucks here. I'm going to take that off. Let me take the CVX off.
October final U.S. Services PMI reading expected at 50.9, which would be in line with preliminary.
Oh, we got PMI coming out in about 20 minutes here.
That ain't it.
All right. I got rid of my CVX completely. Pinterest here is just meh.
I'm out of the way. That's not working.
Yeah, no. Tesla here, fresh highs. First Solar up 3 and change.
The October final U.S. Services PMI, just a few seconds.
Oh, maybe. Maybe I was a little
UPST.
Rhetoric here from the
UPST.
the U.S. is directly responsible for the Israeli attacks on Gaza.
Oh, the Hezbollah leader, big speech. Too.
6 is 3/10 lower than expected.
There it is. Look at that freaking push higher.
Prelim.
So that spike. Let's see if they sell that spike. Nope.
Chinese press reporting the China government looking into insurance companies' equity investments.
War with Iran imminent. John Smith is saying, don't know about you all, but Lucci gives me so much peace. I ain't scared shit now. Attaboy. Attaboy. I like that. Tesla here, fresh highs. You know, tech's still going. With Fat Man still strong here, you ain't going to get You're not going to get no kind of sell. Take a look at that EMPH still going up. I mean, I got 2,000 shares. I'm not rah-rahing this shit like you are. I got 2,000 shares is all I'm saying. And you're saying hold till 85. So I'm going to hold this shit till 85. GS. Just posted a note here. 10-year yield breaks 4.5%, lowest since end of September. Somebody's calling out the XBI in the chat room here, and maybe they got a rotation here to pharmas here. Pharma and tech. Speaking of which, where is Eli Lilly?
That's small cap biotech XBI.
XBI, thank you. Let me get that fucking Mounjaro. I need that Mounjaro. Any interesting flow here that you've been seeing here?
There's some bull flow out there. Gold miners seeing the ETF seeing some bull flow. A few names, but so far just isolated activity. But there's some bull flow. The banks, they were chasing off the open. Oh, I'm stuck on this shit. I've been stuck on this shit here. What the? There we go. Now you got a leap right there in that CFLT that's caught a beating recently.
CFLT.
CFLT.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, just a lot of things have been obliterated.
Confluent. What does that mean? Confluent.
That's a software name.
Are you in it? Tesla here, fresh highs, 224, and almost there's a gap here up to about 230 here on the Tesla, FYI. Jeff knows to talk about the NVIDIA here, back to highs again. I mean, when you guys put the exclamation points on there, I'm going to go ahead and fade your ass. AMD here, 109.25. Let's take a look at pins here. Pin faded off. Snap here still going. 1071 on that snap. SPY still looking good. 434. Holy shit. Holy shit. That is a fucking wow. Wow. Wee wow.
All right, I bought some puts right here.
On what?
The 366 puts. You can come up at 96 cents.
Okay, let's take a little walk around the club here. Meta here can't really get moving. That Microsoft, as you notice, can't really get moving. Those names are definitely softer. Banks here though still holding really well. You have the Google and the Amazon. Google is still a laggard. Remember, there's a big gap on the Google from like 135 up here. Starbucks was something that I wanted to check out here. Gap and go possibility here. Remember, you got the square here that kind of came back. Let's take a look at the UPSTs and the affirms. UPST is already at $30. Remember, this is a fucking huge, heavy short interest stock, just like Affirm is. These things can really move.
You got PLTR getting a little more play. Let's see what the OI changes.
Yeah, $19 on the PLTR. $19 on the PLTR. That's pretty impressive. That is really, really impressive. You got Netflix here back to 430. Remember, Netflix was, getting shithoused here and is almost back the entire move. It's almost back the entire move.
There's a lot of leaders saying that what's happening in Gaza is not like previous wars. This is a decisive battle.
CVX almost back to 148.25 here. So that means you probably got a bouncier in oil. So again, you got the biotechs now. You got IWM here. You got oil. Most names looking fine here. So anybody for looking for a SPY pullback, you want to buy some time. You need to buy some time. You need to buy some time.
One more time. One more time.
You need.
There we go.
You're listening.
Listening. Read the news. How about Net do off earnings, guys? No, Net. Look at Net. Oh, that didn't even get.
Oh shit!
What? What now?
The Cloudflare, bro.
Oh.
The Cloudflare.
Yeah.
The Net.
Up $6. 10%.
Huge move up on NET. Whoa. Wow.
There's another name hasn't gone anywhere since early 2022, spring 2022. How about that? It's at same level it's at that it was at in May of 2022. How about them apples?
Uh-huh. How about them apples?
What else we got here? Definitely some flow out there today, so that's promising. Tesla looks like it's active.
What else you got? Anything pop up on the Momo scanner there?
I don't think so.
Looks like we got Wells Fargo on the Momo scanner. You had a reference price there.
The banks, maybe the banks, couple of the banks from off the open.
41.37 off the open. Yeah, that one worked. That one worked nicely. 435 on SPY. 435 on SPY. 430 fucking 5 here. Take a look at Melia here, up 50 points. Shop here, holding steady here at $60. You got the pins really pulling back here. So the pins is having a tougher time here. Snapchat though looks totally fine. Looks totally fine.
You know, already the flow looks improved off of post Apple. A little more PLTR weekly 19. It's almost at 19 now. PLTR
19. Look at this PLTR, guys. Look at this PLTR. Woo!
She's like on a what's that called? Amusement park. He sounds like
CVNA 33. That's basically the whole earnings move. You probably could get a lot more upside on that CVNA. Notice how NVIDIA here and AMD are just kind of chilling. I'm not saying they couldn't go higher, which they probably will. All right, John Smith saying stopped out on SPY on most. Not surprised. Buy some time.
Yo.
You need to buy some time.
Yo.
Was
Netflix here, 4:30.
Was there I heard this earlier, was there a headline about war with Iran imminent, or was that somebody just spouting some opinion bullshit?
Oh no, that Hezbollah guy is yapping today. Big speech. He hasn't spoken in.
Well, is that what he's saying? Is he saying that war with Iran is inevitable?
I'm not watching the speech. I don't know.
Okay, where did that come from? I heard that.
Where did you hear it? This morning, you mean?
Somebody said it. Either you or Lucci said it. Somebody said it.
Huh?
I didn't
say shit.
Okay, I just fucking imagined it. There's a fucking little invisible man in the corner of my room.
I didn't say.
Nicholas, están diciendo algo interesante. Estábamos hablando de eso ayer. So Nicholas is saying here, PLTR.
I'm not insane.
PLTR is about to get approved for entering S&P here. We were talking about that yesterday and what's going on here.
Somebody said it was in chat. Okay, so it's nothing. That's just somebody spouting some shit.
It was where? In chat?
Yeah, Zach's blaming it on you.
Me? I didn't say that war with Iran's imminent. You guys are full of shit.
Anyways, Microsoft here, 350 here. But again, you're going to see dips getting bought, guys. That's what you're seeing. You're going to see dips getting bought. But if we're not over yesterday's highs, or not significantly over, these things are getting a little tired here. Tesla, however, is still trucking along here. I still got the 2,000 shares on the AMPH long. I'm not sure what I should do here with those. Snapchat, maybe I should come out of some of these. It's just another 500 here for next week's. Yeah, you know what? I'll sell half. I'll sell half. Again, you want to buy dips on names that are still strong.
Lucci,
And there's plenty of them out there.
ENPH?
Who's what?
Who in the office is in the ENPH?
Oh, it's just me and Chris. I don't think Chris is even in it anymore.
Okay.
It's just me.
All right.
Yeah. It's just me. CVX made a comeback. Here, and again, it's talking more about oil. Take a look at oil here. It's kind of working its way back here on the oil here. And if they work back on oil, by the way, guys, that's another thing that's going to hold this market up and going to prevent you from making money on the short side. So if you're going to go short, you need to buy what? What do you need to buy, guys? Huh?
Time, yo. Right?
It was, and that was not a question for you.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a question for you. Anyways, John Smith saying TLT going down a bit. That's not going to matter. So now you're going to get chop across the board here. And by the way, take a look at Snapchat. 1080 on the Snapchat.
Woo!
Look at the move on SMCI.
Oh, what's that doing
You
today?
rolled on that.
I did not hold.
You rolled on that, right?
No, I took my profit at the end of the day.
Yeah,
yesterday.
no, he was raising stops all day yesterday.
Oh, it ran 20 points on you, bro. How do you feel?
This guy, man.
Okay, so I had
Oh,
I had this week's 250 calls queued up to buy at 65 cents, and I didn't take them. They're 14.50 bid now.
oh.
How do you think I feel, bro?
Oh.
You got some economic data coming out as Lucci owes and moans and groans over there. 2 minutes. MQ, that's another pile of poop. Seeing some buying before earnings, it looks like. Mary Queen. Marqueta. $5 a share right now, Marqueta. Looks like that skin. SKIN. That's another disaster area. Some bull flow there. These are the new bull market leaders. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Definitely a more active day flow-wise. So that's a promising sign. Even if the indexes go dead, hopefully it continues. Again, we're done Apple kaput. We should see some improvement on that front. We could use a little chop now. Oh,
This is below the 53 expected. Prices paid at 58.6 is above 56.6 expectation. Employment at 50.2 below the 53.5 expectation. And new orders at 55.5 above 51.5 expected.
Spike on SPY. Holy shit.
Hezbollah leader Nasrallah saying that
Ouch.
everything on the border might seem modest, but it's very important.
But it's very important.
For Netflix, seeing a report that the company considering streaming live boxing matches.
boxing still a sport? Who the fuck
Maybe
boxes?
because Haskell saying with an impaired labor market, interest rates would have to
Evander Holyfield. Sugar Ray Leonard.
Spider's trapped.
Yeah, we should see things start to settle in. And then let's see, let's see if they continue to find some laggards here. I mean, there's not really too many laggards left right now.
Spider for Netflix. It's recently, it's their last quarter's commentary. They said that they don't see a way to profit from live sports.
Haskell goes on to say that wage growth in particular is a risk to the UK inflation forecast.
Squeezometer up at 69.
No shit. It's getting crispy.
Sure is. X, the puts. Supposedly X buyout is imminent. Could have made them. You could have made some money on that long, just hanging in there on that X. It's just been creeping higher. Supposedly it was a lock to catch a buyout of. It's just a matter of when.
This Netflix report saying that Netflix looking at streaming a single boxing match featuring YouTuber Jake Paul.
Oh, that's what it is. YouTubers are boxing.
See, this is a moment here where
That's where the sport is now. Holy shit! What?
this is a moment where I wanted to hear that on the Trade the News, guys. I couldn't hear it.
Well, hear what?
I couldn't hear what the guy said about it. I
You're better
heard
off.
Jake Paul.
You're better off.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot on some spies here. Do not get cocky here on this. Keep a fucking tight stop. I'm going for 434. That Nvidia fade there from the highs was also another one. Remember, try to fade the highs. If you're gonna fade something, fade the highs. Fade the highs. Don't short the lows like I kind of just did.
Yep, me too.
I kind of just did. So I deserve to be smacked here. I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna take most of it off here. Because that's not the spot. That ain't the spot. That ain't the spot. Guys, remember, it's Friday.
Get back below 366. Back into that 366.
I don't think you're not gonna see it at all, bro.
You got to short the pop.
Yeah, you gotta short the pop. You need the cost.
Yes, sir. I don't hear Lucci talking about it.
Nice.
I mean, I got two.
Business on Lucci tonight. He called.
I got two.
He said if I make money,
Did I say that?
So let's go, baby. I'm in the QQQ post.
Yo, some old guy actually told me the other day that Sizzler, if you go to Sizzler, you can get like great deals on food. Like I've never eaten at Sizzler's.
We're going Sizzler.
Marv, you know what? I forgot to talk about that SBF. We're gonna talk about SBF in a little bit.
Saying that he's telling enemies to the north that they should not test us and think dearly.
He is though.
Hezbollah leader saying that Hezbollah operations have been escalating day, forcing Israel to keep its forces near the border instead of using them in Gaza and the West Bank.
And so you got VIX still weak. Looks like the bleeding's slowing up a bit, but I mean it's got hammered. VVIX hammered the last few days. Credit spreads still look bullish. What else? That's about it. Flow mixing up a bit. Little protection has started showing up in ETFs.
No. Yeah, I'm not going to. I need the right entry. I need the right entry. I don't have the right entry.
What name are you looking at? What name?
I'm just talking about SPY.
Oh,
I'm just talking about SPY.
Here's your VWAP.
Yeah, I mean, I have a 50 lot. I have a 50 lot long. The puts.
Shorts on the VWAP. That just puts me green again. Restart the whole fucking morning here.
Oh, you've been trading over there? How's it? What have you been trading?
I'm just been scalping. So I just scalped the SPY puts. I took the 434s when you did, and I held looking for VWAP. So VWAP just got hit. So I'm taking profits there. And if they buy it, I might look at getting long. But the meter's at 69. I mean, come on. Like somewhere they got to freaking give you a little fluff. Right?
Indeed.
But I'm taking the profit there because I don't trust it. They just keep coming back to buy it. So if they're going to come back to buy it, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah, no doubt. Treasuries here, another smackdown here. I'm gonna get rid of the other weeklies that I have on the SPY puts. Covered all those. Snap here. You know what? I think I'm out of Snap. Let's just dump the Snap completely. All I have left.
Maybe you could buy a dip in there and Snap again. You know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All I have left is the SPY puts for. I have SPY puts for 2 weeks out that I'm going to slowly work into, and then I have ENPH 2000 shares that.
See, look what they did to SPY right off of the VWAP. Doing. That's why you manage your trades, right? Like, get the fuck out of the way.
You get it, yeah, and especially now if you're going short in this super bullish here activity.
It's so hard.
Put the call getting smashed like you think it would, but honestly, I think it could be a lot worse. All that hedging we saw. Remember, there was a spike in the put the call equity, put the call above 1. All of that being on the mound. I think I saw some action in Melly. Could roll. Let's see.
Melly.
43 Melly. November 1,400 calls.
You saw November 1,400 calls on Melly?
Yeah, just now.
How much?
They paid $21.30.
$21.30 for October, 2 weeks out. Oh,
November. October's over with.
Yeah, but that's literally 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
Holy shit! And they pay $21. I mean, if we go to highs, this guy hits a double anyway.
Yeah.
And it's about 2 weeks for that.
The highs are what? 1,400?
No, the recent highs of the stock this year is about 1450.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The local high.
No, and that's 1 day. Did you see
What?
Chipotle?
Chipotle, I know.
Burrito?
I know.
Did you see the burrito?
Yeah, the burrito. People fell asleep on this stock into earnings. Usually,
Nobody fell asleep. It's expensive. People don't like. Yeah. People think trade's like a fucking crackhead.
I know the growth was slowing down, but they had a good quarter, and that's why the stock's been reacting like this.
You got a gap to fill, and it's in the gap, solidly into the gap.
I mean, that's a great stock. I don't know how they do selling burritos, but
well, because they sell you lobster burritos every friggin' week, man. That's
They
why.
sell lobster burritos. The business be booming. PLTR, you got some rolling here. They're rolling out to January and up to the 28th. Out and up.
How long is it? 367.
You're going to see rolling in all these stocks that have been ripping for 4 straight days here.
67 and a half already? Back here.
BA is at 195. Damn.
Yeah, and that's nothing, right? The stock went 245 to 175, basically in a straight line from mid-August till now. Straight line. Couldn't catch a bid. We were laughing at it every day. It was the laughing stock of the market.
It was the best
Yo.
number I've ever seen for 7 months straight. And then
Yeah.
it does this.
Huh. Massy.
The only thing you've accomplished at this point on the Boeing is for it to climb right back to the bottom of the range that it traded in for 7 months.
Yeah.
And that's where you find the 50-day moving average. So anybody's guess.
Yo, who would PLTR be replacing in the S&P? Like, who's coming out? Somebody's got to come out.
Well, it's not. That didn't happen. The PLTR fans are hoping it happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
somebody has to come out in order for
Yeah,
PLTR to
there's
go in.
probably a piece of shit somewhere in there, guaranteed. The real S&P 500's been dead money outside of those big mega cap names for 2 years now. There's plenty
Lee
of
Hutch is
gold.
saying, Lee Hutch here. We got a comment here from Lee Hutch. There are a lot of strong movers, but on lower volumes. When this squeeze breaks, it will trap a lot of chasers. Yeah, it's just a matter of timing now. So what I'm doing is I'm going to wait for pops, and then I'm going to add to my 2 weeks out SPY short position.
AES on their call just saying they plan at least $2 billion in asset sales from 2024 through 2025.
Here's a look at the real market. See, that was the play. Again, it's easy to say it after the fact, but we were talking about a pre-Fed. Post-Fed to play everything else. You understand? The equal weight, the small caps that weren't squeezing at all ahead of the Fed. You see, like even RSP was unch going into the Fed. Didn't even bounce. And then bing, bing, bing. But look, right back to where it's been 2 weeks ago and where it was 3 months ago and where it was 3 months before that. You know what I mean?
Does it feel weird to say unch?
Unch.
Lucci, what strike do you have on those puts 2 weeks out?
I have the 430 puts 2 weeks out.
The real S&P, Steven. Like if SPX closed at 4,400 December 31st, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Right.
Silvers has got a great point here. Silvers in the room has got a great point here. And by the way, guys, for those of you who are not in the steam room, this is sort of where you're missing out, right? During the day, of course, Jesus continues to post a lot of the information, and then you can ask him to post lines on whatever name you want to, and we can kind of discuss it in the room here. Anyway, Silvers is saying the issue with puts with time is they will bleed you out if VIX keeps going down. And he's got a great point, right? So if as we hold up and VIX continues to go down, my premiums go to shit. And even if I get my move to 430, I don't make any fucking money.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks.
I've been in that situation many times.
That sucks.
I've been in that situation many, many times. So Silvers is saying if they take it to 13, say by next week, your puts will be 75% down, assuming you're still at the same level. So, you got to kind of mix up a bag of tricks up in here. You know what I mean? Sell some premium. He's got a great point. Silver's saying that's why you need to buy a spread. That's why I was going to say something, but then I decided not to. Anyways, short-term trading says sell calls on SPX. Yeah, sell both sides really on SPX. You know,
Yeah.
Well,
Any guesses out there with nobody check on the system?
What?
The top
what do you got?
sector this week. Who? Quick. Cast your
Fatman.
votes. Do not check. These are
Fatman.
not
Fatman, bro.
Fatman's been one of the worst.
Banks.
What?
Banks.
Nope. Yes, nope.
What?
Real estate.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So you're saying home builders then?
Yeah, real estate, just in the REITs, real estate, anything tied to real estate. IYR is the ETF for it. All right. So again, the chatter behind that is that the market is telling us that the Fed is done. That's what people
The Fed
are
is
taking
done.
away from that. The Fed is done hiking. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
10 years topped. Yeah, man.
Here it is.
For real,
In
man.
case you didn't believe me.
What you got?
No, the sectors.
That's the chart.
One day. Oh, it's right here. You don't see it?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I think you're talking to me.
That dip on SPY is ripping everybody's face off.
Uh-huh.
Wait, the dip in SPY is ripping everybody's face off? I don't understand that. That's an oxymoron.
You, my friend, are a moron without the oxy.
Ed, where are you? You might have to take a trip for me, Ed.
To kiss the ring.
You might have to take a trip for me, Ed. PNTR. Oh, that's a roll too. What happened with the casinos are ripping? Did they have news yesterday? I thought it was DraftKings reported. That's right.
I heard you were coming to town, Jay.
They're getting ready. You got a Vegas trip planned anytime soon?
Yeah, in a week I'll be out there.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be out in Vegas in a week.
What do you have? A conference or some shit? Or?
Yeah, I got that Traders for a Cause conference.
Oh.
Some of these are looking nice right here.
All right, let's take a walk around the club. Check out this gap and go on the Starbucks here. That worked out pretty well here. Opened up at about $100 after a huge gap up and then ripped about 3 points here. That's a nice one. If you take a look at the other ones, DKNG and some of the other ones that reported earnings here, let's take a look. Apple here went kind of, went back to 176.5, but didn't really cover the gap from earnings. Banks here just kind of softer now, but still holding pretty well. If you take a look at some of those real estate names that Jesus was talking about, IYR, Lennar, and all this kind of other stuff, you can see here the squeeze across the board on those names. If you take a look at oil back down to lows, CVX back down to lows, some of these other names too back down to lows. Nvidia here still holding, 440s, still holding, but not really going anywhere. That AMD hit 110 and a quarter. Still, Dimitri hasn't told us shit. I hope the boy is okay. Other than that, let's take a look at the ARC. Remember the ARC name, this is where most of the juice is coming from. UPSTs, the Affirms, the Teslas, and shit like that. Where's the Tesla? 224 on the Tesla. Couldn't really get into the gap there yet. And of course, banks, we already took a look at. Snapchat here off the highs a little bit. If you take a look at the Pinterest here, 3085. Again, these things are all just dancing around, not doing much. What is Bitcoin doing? What's the coin doing? Let's take a look at BTC.
I got a nice
here.
round of buying into strength, a lot of strength the past couple of days. Sally May, I think this is the SLM, Jan 15.
Jan 15's on the SLM. Again, BTC trading 34.5. Yeah, I'm not really doing much there as well. Just to flag the order that Jesus just talked about is SLM $15 Gen calls. That is the SLM. I haven't traded that shit. I mean, the Fannie Mae's and the Freddie. You remember that shit, man?
Yeah,
The Fannie
yeah,
Mae's
yeah.
and the Freddie Mae's.
It sucks that it's up like this 2 days, but maybe you got time on those. Obviously, maybe it settles down if you're interested. But some nice action there. Jan 15s. What's the total? 2,700 total, and that's decent size. American Airlines puts. You got some scattered put action. A few things. You still have earnings things out there too. Credit still looking strong. Credit spreads, top levels of the morning. What else we got here? WBD, they report on the 8th. ENPH just got another bullet. Jan 80s. That's what they hit the first time, didn't they? Another 1.1
Yesterday,
million
they
in Jan.
Another $1.1 million on EMPH Jan 80s. Another one. This now.
That's some DJ Khaled shit. Do another one.
But again, how come they're not? How come the market maker doesn't hedge immediately off that? It should be a 2-point move if somebody bought $1 million bet.
No, this
Fucking
thing
idiot.
catches decent size, ENPH.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Let me see the. Hold on.
Nah.
I'm telling you, we've seen flow. Well, this is when it was hot. Yeah, you're right. The open interest is not. When this stock was hot, it caught some decent action. This stock.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, do me a favor. X out of that
That's a
middle.
long time. What I do? Oh.
X out of that middle photo there.
Hold on.
There you go. There you go. Amazon Red now, by the way. Amazon Red. Again, this is just more of the same shit, really.
Amazon.
Yo.
Yeah, the big guys.
I got to go
This is
close out those shorts.
a long day. There's a long day here ahead of us, and it's Friday here. So, guys, stay in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. Convert to an actual Steamroom subscription so you can stay in the pocket with us all day because we don't catch something. All right? I'm going to catch a motherfucking rabbit out here, bro.
You're gonna be like my dog.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Willie Resto was saying in premium from both sides bleeds. I mean, that's what it's looking like right now. But remember, it's Friday, baby. It's Friday night. What do you guys got? John Smith is long BA. What? From here? 197, bro? What, Boeing?
That's insane. I mean, okay, you want to make an argument for 198 at the 50? You can, for sure. But watch out. Roll it.
God,
You want to stay in it? Please roll it. Don't YOLO.
God,
it.
I want to short this thing.
Please roll your positions. Hands and feet inside the cart at all times, boys and girls.
Holy shit on that Boeing. John is saying make the argument for 200. Yeah, man. You could totally hit it. Might even go through it. In this fucking market? Jesus. Any of this shit will happen. Bank of America here, nice lean. We'll take another small walk around the club here. See who's checking us out. Let's go to some small caps here. Go to some freaking small caps here. Firm CVNA are really moving. Where's that Rivian at? Nothing. Weight Watcher. Big move on that Weight Watcher today.
They had earnings.
Elf Cosmetics. Blah. I don't know, man. I'm kind of debating on dumping some EMPH here. Remember, I still got an amount of shares.
ABD 1127 earnings.
SPY resistance 437, support is 433.70.
11. Those could be sold.
range.
Bruce is saying Tesla's dumping.
Lucci, think
Tesla's just giving it back. What do you got?
think about the EMPH for a second. If the SPY has moved this far, and any EMPH is just getting right back to where it started on earnings, like you're just
100%.
It's just
Trash.
why you don't need to sit in that.
You're absolutely right.
It's a
Let's
jam
dump it.
swing, first off. Okay, for people who possibly are looking for a swing and not looking to trade the next 5 seconds. So tone it down, you two over there. Relax.
All right, Treasury's here coming in a little bit.
TLT?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
People coming out of some tech names here.
Yeah, the big cap tech, I'd be careful there.
Yep. You still want to buy bounces. Yo, Natalia, you there? Shit.
What happened? No Natalia AI bot. You forgot to charge her last night.
Look at how much the
She's an
SMCI
actor.
gave up.
What, in
You gotta
reverse?
be on
How
your
much?
fucking toes with this thing.
See, it makes you
Where,
feel
10?
better you took the profit now yesterday.
Well, no, you can, but I
10
mean,
points.
that's why I say you can only trade this thing when
Yeah.
you're at extreme ends of the zone.
And that's a crazy stock too, right?
It is. It is.
New American saying London closed in 30 minutes, so will be U.S. market open after that. Anyways, we will be moving over to the Steamroom platform in
going to get
about
some
2
coffee.
minutes. In about 2 minutes here, our boys will pop up the screen for you, so you know what links here, and so you know where you're going. Go ahead and hit that link, and you're paying about $8 for 2 weeks. And this is going to be where you're going to live here. Now, you can't speak for 2 weeks, or I think it's a week. I'm not sure how long it is, but I think it's 2 weeks. You can't actually speak in the room, okay? Because we don't need degenerates here, So that's our way of screening people out.
Yeah, they don't need to speak anyway. Why do they need to speak?
Right. And again, the idea is that you learn how to use these tools, learn how to incorporate them in your trading strategy. You can use them for many different trading strategies, as you can see. Jesus has his trading strategy, which is not trading at all.
Which is shopping with the eyes.
He's a window shopper. And then you got Ranchero here, who's more of a swing guy and a scalper, of course. And then you got me, who I don't know what the fuck I'm
It's a
doing out here in
complete
reality. Right. So we all use the flow to support our own strategies, and again, that's what you're looking to do. If you don't have a strategy,
CCJ.
you can, as you continue to sit in the room, watch other people trade, you'll slowly start to bring it out of yourself. All right. Kramus is saying next week you're going to see me in the steam room. I might bring the laptop to the front door of trade space and sit on the sidewalk. Bro, it's $30 for a day pass. All right. It's $30 for a day pass. Just pay the $30, bro. Flyboy here, Sang Lucci audio delayed, or am I having a stroke? I mean, that's quite the contrast. It's quite the contrast. Nicolás, estaba en cortos en Q desde 15.1. Dale. Es bueno. Es bueno que tú lo cerraste. Willie is saying, yes, Steamroom, $8. Steamroom is $8 for your 2-week trial. It is 2 weeks. All right. So, Willie Resto, get on that. Nicolás Sang Lucci te pregunta, ¿es recomendable leer la cinta en futuros? Depende. I mean, if you're looking for,
That means depends, by
you
the way.
know, yeah, yes. Kramis, no, it's not $800 for a week. People just don't. You don't even look. Would you go to the website, please, tradespace.us, and actually look at the motherfucking prices? Stop being a herd, bro. Nicolás, yo te recomendaría a leer. Tú no vas a ver las transacciones. La cosa es que en futuros y en los índices, tú tienes que sentir la demanda y el supply. You know what I mean? Es más como un feel,
Feel. You need
right?
a feel for
So, por ejemplo, los
Example.
últimos 3 días, 4 días, right? Tú puedes usar el flow de opciones. Tú puedes usar,
flow. Watch the flow.
la demanda que está pasando, toda la compra que tú ves en las opciones. Porque
Compare the
estaba
options.
comprando Qs, estaba comprando SPY,
Comprehend the
estaba
key, the
comprando
slide.
IWM. You know what I mean? So Nicholas, you're using all of that para apoyar tu feel, you know what I mean? Your read on where futures are going.
Feel, read.
That's how you want to do it. You know what I mean? That's how you want to use this information to help you in the futures. So you could read tape on futures, pero es demasiado. Es demasiado transacciones, you know? So no funciona como la de acciones. No funciona bien. You know, so with the futures, you want to have a cleaner feel to it. And by the way, we have tons of tools for you to use inside the room. All right. We have our gamma tools that we can use for our indices, right? So that's another tool that you're going to be able to get access to. And this will show you where there's gamma inside of the options. So it'll show you where the ranges are.
The levels.
Exactly.
The squeezometer, sentiment,
Squeezometer.
positioning
you
we
know,
follow.
So again, you can use this stuff to support your decisions and whatever strategy you have. But anyways, we went over here for 3 minutes. Get your butts over to the steam room again. You guys got the trial. JB here is going to go ahead and post the picture of the closing picture, and we'll see you guys over in the steam room.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
Bank of America, nice fade from that 28.90 high. Good 50 cents, right?
Yeah.
60 cents.
Yeah. Were there foot sweepers there at the highs?
No. There's a lot of mess out there, but it's calming down, so that's good. But I'm happy there's a lot of action. I think names are going to possibly be the way to go if we start getting choppy here, you know?